right when I pressed live, it went down. All right, now I gotta fix it. Hi, I'm too little, and my makeup is still here. All right, give me 1 second. Let's see. How can I fix this a little bit more? Maybe if I go back? Yeah, I think it's pretty okay here. Is the camera clean? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wonder, I feel like it could be higher. But you know what? I think that it's supposed to be like this. I'm not sure. Sorry. Okay, so the first minute is a waste of time. Hold on, Chissy. Hi! Okay. But I feel like I did everything. Ah, you see, it's falling on me. It's falling on me, guys. Okay, I know what happened. There we go. Hi. It's falling on me, and it's better. All right, I'm doing the best that I can. Hello, who is watching? Hello, hello. Oh my God. This is not... Okay. I feel like I have to be hunched over. Like, All right, this thing is stuck. There we go. Oh, yes. Boom. All right. Can I put this like this, guys? Whoever's watching, I want to put it like this, to be honest. Oh, rotation is locked. Okay, got it. All right, well, I guess this is it. Yes, this is it. Hello, hello. If you're here, if you're making your way here to the little freak show, I just, this is like a new, that's good. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I just wanna make sure, it's annoying, but it's like, I wanna be comfortable to like be able to be close enough to engage with you guys and then be able to be close enough to engage in my laptop. Hi, Chris. Hello, Charlene. Mwah! I'm gonna talk about you today, Charlene. So Charlene is like my special invisible guest. And he is my alien dog. Say hi, Chissy. Hello, people. Yes, I'm an alien. I've been waiting for this woman to get her shit together so I can tell her that I'm an alien stuck in a little dog body, which is why I'm always horrified. Yay! Okay, let's put on some music. Now that my thing is like nice and stable. Guys, I feel like the apocalypse is happening in my house. The apocalypse has been happening in my house for a good minute, but now it's like we're like in another phase of the apocalypse. Oof, you guys, I can't wait to fucking talk about you with this. Talk to this about you. Okay, I have a very strong feeling that I should microdose because I think I'm gonna be channeling some information. I told them that I'm like, because I have so many thoughts in my mind about other things, and I told them like, hey, listen, you know, open my heart, open my mind, so I can channel this information for you guys, and in a way that is super easy to understand. And I don't know, they're just giving me the signal that I need to microdose. Yes. I don't always do it when I do my videos, by the way, because they tell me when is the right time to do it. So, all right, give me 1 second. let's find some music. We're gonna be here for a little while. And how are you guys? How's life? It's okay if life is shitty, by the way, if you feel like life sucks right now. It's okay. Shit, I haven't even been dancing that much. I had my birthday weekend. Your life is great. You're doing great. Amazing. Amazing. You know, I just want to give space to the people that are not going through not going through a good time, because, like I said, the apocalypse is happening in my house. You know, but yeah, if you're doing great, please share. Let us know. There are no show-offs here. We're just showing our happy. Okay, so. Ooh, let me mute myself. Let's see. My birthday was yesterday. Oh my God! Happy birthday! Yay! I created a birthday vlog. My birthday was last week. I created a birthday vlog. Happy birthday to you. How old are you turning, if you don't mind sharing with us? I'm so happy I created that blog because it just happened. It feels so good. I prayed to the universe, to God, about this, because I already have so much on my mind, especially my art is coming up and everything. So I tell them, I'm like, listen, I want to create videos, but I want to create them in an easy way. And it was so cool. That vlog was so easy, and oh, it feels so good to have these memories of your birthday, you know, and make them all pretty and stuff. So I used to not care about pictures and memories. Now it's like, no, I care. I want to remember. Happy birthday, Chris. Chris. All right, let's put some music. And so the people that are watching, what do you guys know about time travel? let's class is in session. What do you guys know about time travel? I would like to know, so I can have an idea of where you guys stand. And what do you know about parallel dimensions? You know, make sure you write it. I know parallel dimensions is when this, time travel is when that. So yeah. Okay. And I want to hear your answers. Hi, John. Welcome, John. So what do you guys know about time travel? Tell me about time travel. What do you know about it? You know, give me a sentence or two. I want to get to know my class better. For reals. Okay, so what I'm just putting in like some little topics. I feel like it's a consciousness, not body. Okay. That's pretty much, that sums it up. That sums it up. What else do we know? Come on, what else do we know? Give me another sentence, guys. I want to interact with you, because this is an interacting blog. Or, no, wait, podcast. My cute little podcast. What else do we know about these things? I had some interesting messages regarding this subject yesterday. Okay. Well, write one message. One message, not one essay. Write one message about this, because I think it's really important. You know, what do we know? What do we know about time traveling? What we mostly know about time traveling, though, is from the movies. And I have a question for you guys. Doesn't it feel good to watch time traveling movies? Doesn't it feel good to know that you can change a timeline, at least within a movie? Oh boy. Oh, I have these beautiful things that make noise, and they make these amazing sounds that just, whoa, they put me at ease like in an instant. These beautiful charm thingies. So beautiful. Okay. Sure, I was, from John, sure, I was told that the universe is made up of many layers. Rudy, time is just a concept. Well, Rudy, what is a concept? What is a concept? That's a good point, though. It's pretty cool, Chris. Yeah, because of the time traveling movies, like, we like them. There's something about time traveling movies that we like. Because we love to go back in time. And we want to go forward in time. Our minds love to deviate and not just be here, right? We want to have the ability and the idea that we can go back in time and change something. You know? What if you can? What if that is actually possible? You know? The thing about it is that we have to change the way that we think about it. Rudy, a name given to the idea by people who made language. Okay, I like that. I like that. John, and that these layers can be accessed. Sometimes I feel like my energy transports to different points in time in my life and corrects things. That's exactly what I'm going to dive into today. What John just talked about. John just said that these are layers, that consciousness are layers, and that these layers can be accessed. Sometimes I feel like my energy transports to different points in time in my life and corrects things. That's exactly what we do, and that's exactly what we can do. And I have to say, guys, that is exactly what I do in my therapy practice. And that is exactly what a lot of people do in therapy practice, and they don't realize. Right. So also, the deeper that you get into quantum therapy practices, because regular practices are like talk therapy, you know, but the more you get into quantum therapy practices, the more you can understand that you're really accessing these different layers and these different things from time and space reality, and it is fucking magical, you know. It is so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, I'm gonna take my time. That's actually something that I've been realizing too. I love to, I'm like Charlene's ecstatic, you know, I have an ecstatic energy, and so I have to learn to take breaks and let you simmer. Okay, I think the world is only round because dimensions are multiple platforms. Ooh, so it creates this round spiral. Ooh, whoa, whoa. The thing is that I have like 2 brainiacs. No, I have 3 brainiacs. You see, I have an educated audience, but I am a middleman kind of woman, right? So I have educated audience, and then I like to educate my audience, right? I know I'm a middle person, you know, because I'm intergalactic, but I still like to be human. I have some friends that they don't want to be human, that they just want to be all up in there, right? So I have these beautiful, amazing brainiacs right now that are helping me out, which is amazing. Okay, so the funny thing is that what Charlene's saying is that the world looks round because it's meant to be round, because, you know, all these things, and she's right in many ways. She's right, because the different layers that we have are like the different dimensions, and even feelings have layer, right? All right, hold on. I need a little smoky microdose break, because now I'm ready to get deep, and I'm ready to chill too. All right. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I feel like I need to zero my point of focus. Hi, baby. Sorry. He's just this most amazing tiny little alien, I swear. Thank God for mental emotional freedom that I can do this and not give a fuck. Oops, I said fuck. Um, because I understand the deeper aspect of it. And I'm not here to fucking explain myself to the people that are judgmental and the people that don't understand. Another thing is that healers, they keep all this shit secret. All these healers, all these shamans, they keep it so secret. And the truth is that we all fucking do it. We all do it. I don't want to say we all do it, because that's not true. But you know what I mean, guys. So I'm the one that has to take the hit. Okay. Oh, John, that's beautiful. It shows through your art and you didn't realize. Isn't that amazing? Art is such an amazing thing. Art is really what's going on, you know? Okay, Rudy, scientists recently proven there is another dimension where time runs opposite, like a couple of weeks ago. Take that for what you want. Yeah. The thing, I'm not, I don't, that's a really beautiful input. I'm happy that you mentioned that. I'm not quite aware about the dimension that time runs back. I just think it's possible, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. The thing is that we have to get out. We have to get out of our human mental construct, human mental concept of thinking, right? So we think so the majority of people, or I hope to say, I don't know if the majority, I really hope that I can give you guys newer knowledge and integration, right? Which means integrate new ideas, old ideas, middle ideas, and whatever soup that is. So I just hope that, because I can see my audience, and it's almost like you guys are so knowledgeable in so many ways, and then it's showing me the energy of the audience. It's like it looks like a yin and yang, to be honest. That's the best way to see it. So sometimes I get a little bit confused. Okay, that's fine, because I'm like, also, who I talk to, how do I explain? That's fine. All right, so welcome to my world. Time travel. The audience, the yin and yang. They just say to chill. This is still new to me, by the way. To be so calm and to like learn how to go with the flow. Yeah. To take judgment. Oh my God. I've really had to learn to take judgment. We don't like to take judgment. We get mad. Yeah. So I have to like take my time, and then yeah. And then so I see little things, and then they're like, okay, chill out. And I was like, okay. It's almost like they're programming my mind. It's crazy. All right, awesome. Oh my God. Okay, so you know how like so getting out of the yeah everything that I'm doing a lot of things that I would never do. It's just a lot of things. You guys, it looks really easy on camera, but I'm doing a lot of things that I would like to do, but I just don't do. And now they're like, okay, go, do. And then you have to show your most authentic self. So the self that struggles, the self that judges, and then I have to learn how to take judgment from other people. Yeah. So, okay. Talking about, so what they're saying is we have to get out of the idea of thinking physically, right? So, oh my God, we go back to circle. At least my mind just went into a circle. Like, listen, this is why. So we have to stop thinking that we are physical beings, right? We have to think that we have magic, that our energy can extend to what's beyond physical. And so the idea of traveling at a distance, oh my God, this is so cool. When I was little, I used to always say this. So the idea of traveling at a distance is what this time-space reality was created for. So what this time-space reality was created for. It just sounds fancy, but what this world was created for, right? To have distance. But the reality is that when you get to the higher dimensions, oh my God, and this is such a beautiful way to explaining it. Look at an ant. Look at an ant. An ant lives in a two-dimensional world. Oh, an ant lives in a two-dimensional world. So that ant lives in a world where there's only height and length, right? But if that ant grew to our size, all of a sudden that ant grows into a three-dimensional world, because there's height, length, and width, right? So with that said, let me even break it down even more. Let me break it down even more broken. More fucking broken. An ant only has a two-dimensional world, which is length and height. Right, the width is the depth. The width is the depth. So the ant goes in a two-dimensional world. So it can go up and it can go to the side. But that's it. It's limited to that. It cannot fly, it cannot jump, it cannot do anything. It's limited to those things. Maybe they can jump a little bit. I don't know if they're going, you know what I'm saying? But it's bound by these two dimensions. If the ant grows into the 3D world, the ant becomes us, right? Becomes like a pet, you can say, whatever. It becomes a 3D thing, right? So now the ant will be able to experience flying. The ant will be able to experience, and also it will be able to experience the world in a 3D. And flying would be the depth, because it would see objects fly. The ant doesn't need to fly. Like, we don't need to fly, right? But we experienced it. And so, like Charlene was saying, depth. When you see what is it called? A bird in the sky that is not so far, an airplane in the sky that is still visible, you experience depth, right? So the ant will be able to experience depth in a much better way, because now it's on a third dimensional. So imagine fourth dimensional, imagine fifth dimensional. That's why they're called gods. That's why many of these ascended masters are called deities and gods, because, and people that come out of body, and people that are in the astral planes, and they talk to these other beings are much bigger, because they're in another dimension. And the dimension is always going to be a more brilliant dimension. because this is, you know, this is the way that it was created. And then when you really zoom out, when you really zoom out, which is really cool, um it looks like a fractal. We look like a fractal. And then it's like and then you zoom out even more, and then it looks like, it's like they're like strands of DNA. At least that's what I'm seeing, you know? So we live in DNA within DNA within DNA within DNA within DNA within DNA within DNA till infinity. And that's the beautiful part about this universe. You know, we are bound into this world, you know, earth plane. You know, so that's one aspect. Another thing, guys, I have to do a little disclaimer. I have to do a little disclaimer. This is what I've been learning, and this is the level that I am at. Because what happens is, like you guys know, you guys are so fucking intelligent. There's different levels to this as well. And so the level that I'm at, what I've learned, this is what I've learned so far. And in some levels, you kind of have to unlearn it, and you have to relearn it in a different way, right? This is what graduating from believing in God and then understanding consciousness. God and Christianity are in one level of understanding. Consciousness is in another level, because consciousness is supposed to be neutral, right? Consciousness is supposed to acknowledge all these different religions and practices that are beautiful, but consciousness, you are consciousness, therefore you are the creator, and you want to come into a natural state of love and neutrality. So, you know, I'm just giving you examples so you can make your connections, okay? So let me see. Do I believe in simulation? Yeah, you want to get on that? Yeah, we live in a holographic universe. But I feel like that's not that quite important right now, or at least it's not coming up right now, because I'm getting that sense that it's like, don't go there, because that's a whole other thing, and it's almost like maybe that's kind of like what we can talk towards the end, because it ties in, but it's not important. Okay, so what they want me to talk about is how you can heal. Oh my God. What they want me to talk about is the reason, okay, so now that I pretty much explained dimensions, which is basically different zooming outs of reality, different zoom outs of reality, right? That's why it's called layers. You know, that's an easy way of explaining it, okay, guys? Yeah. Yeah. So that's an easy way of explaining it. So, what they want me to know is that, so now that we've talked about dimensions, okay, I think I have to close my eyes. When I stutter, it's because of that. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, okay. All right, so hold on, I have to concentrate because I can't. Sorry. Okay, so now that we have established the dimensions, I want you to now picture yourself understanding that you are in the third dimension. This is beautiful. Of understand that this is a layer, right? So like let's pretend that this is a layer right here. And this layer right here says 3D, third dimension, planet Earth. And then so you're hanging out right now in this 3D space. And this is what it looks like here. And this is, this is the physicality of what it looks like, right? And then after that space, um, what remains, what you really are is energy, because everything is energy. So then you come out into the fourth dimension. So you bypass this layer, and you are also part of the fourth dimension. And it's showing me a lot of things. Uh, you're also part of the fourth dimension, and your energy. So at the end of the day, with this energy is what goes into your minds and into your bodies. So when you meditate and you close your eyes and you go into and you let yourself go, right? You can experience going to the different dimensions and understand that you are not your body. Right, you can begin to understand that you're not your body, and especially if you. This takes a while. This took me years, to be honest, and recently is when I'm getting kind of better. I'm a practical spiritualist, guys. I don't need to fucking be like this all the time, right? But lately, I've been doing that, and I experienced this level of stillness that is so still that I feel like my spirit is free, right? And then this is what I do to people. This is what I do to people when I'm in hypnosis. When I put them in hypnosis, I let them completely forget about their bodies, and then they can be free enough to go back in time. They have to trust the process, right? So they have to trust me. We connect, and then they relax their bodies, and then they access this hyper super conscious, which is your spirit, which is that part that is like, here I am. It's different for everybody. For me, it feels like, for some people it's like a ooh, because it's the first time. And from there, I can give you suggestions into where you want to go in time. And then your body can do that, can go back to that time. And at this moment, this is your superconscious, your spirit, you can call it. And the superconscious is open to heal you, open to heal you and help you understand where you can really be and where your symptoms really come from, and how you can integrate the different parts of yourself that are stuck in different times. Okay, because our minds are stuck in different times. We don't like our times are times of trauma. And so your spirit can be like, you can do this in meditation too. And but most people don't know how to heal themselves because we don't know ourselves. So we don't let that spirit be free and talk to us, right? This is why we need healers, because we have so much ancestral trauma that we're constricted, and that it's okay, because we're a chain anyway. I pull you up, and then you pull me up, and then I pull you up, right? And that is the DNA. You see, it's everything. It's all the same. It's all connected. We are a simulation on top of simulation on top of simulation, right? So when you give your spirit, when your spirit can awake, and you give your spirit or your subconscious mind, the access of your subconscious mind, a command or a suggestion to go back in time, it can do that. It goes back to the beginning of where you started to feel horrible. horrible anxiety. It could go back to the beginning of where you started your artistry. It could go back to anything, like any point in time that your spirit needs to guide you so you can open yourself or so you can love yourself, whatever it is. And that is literally time traveling, because your whole body, and when you're in this state, your whole body and your mind are there. Yes, you're here, but you just went back into timeline. And what you can do is that you can correct what happened to you by finding resolution. What is resolution? Resolution is very important for you guys to know that. Resolution is not changing what happened. So like what they show in the movies, that the person tries to save the other person, so the person completely shifts their timeline by making them do something completely different. It doesn't quite work that way, even though I really do believe it works that way in many ways too. But I think that's another level, okay? And that's not the level that I want to talk about because I'm not an expert on that level. I think that's some other deep quantum shit that we can access, but it's not something that is like very accessible, because things are meant to be the way they are because everything is in divine order. So you can't really like shift like World War III. That's a really great way of putting it. You can't shift. I can't go back in time and completely, because it's so deep. The line is so deep that it's like impossible and unnecessary. Because World War III is not this one thing that triggered it. No. World War III or World War II is all what the consciousness, oh my God, you guys, fuck, is what the collective consciousness is it wants. That's what the collective consciousness wants, which means a lot of people want. So you think that we don't want war? No, baby. No, baby. When war is created is because we are leaning towards it, whether we know it or not. And I think most people, this is the problem, that we don't know that we carry so much hate in the world. We don't know that we carry so much hate in our system. You know what's the best way to know that you carry hate in your system? How do you feel about your family relationships? And then how do you feel about your enemies? If you really learn to measure that, shit, you carry some hate. And nobody knows that. Nobody wants to understand that. So it's the collective that wants war. Everybody, So I cannot go back in time. I cannot go back in time and be like, oh yeah, let me just change this little piece of thing, so then it just won't happen. It's impossible, because I would have to go back to the root of the collective of each person. And it's all the origins are based on fucked up family relationships and not feeling loved. That's the origin. This is why we all need to fucking heal. Not just read books, not just watch YouTube videos. We need to do the inner work, because guess what? We're gonna have a plague coming, which is gonna be the next video, which is why I needed to microdose today, because that's all I can only think about right now. And so they're telling me that you can do this for yourself. You can change your own timeline for yourself by going back in time. You can do this even like memories. Memories are literally ways of time traveling, but you have to get a little bit deep. You have to learn how to get deep with it, not just a memory. You have to really learn how to get deep. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be that hard, because when you're it's not like, oh, you have to really learn and it's gonna take forever. No, it's more like you have to let your heart guide you to your pain, which is hard. I'm not gonna say, but it's psychological, which is not that hard. You get it? Your pain is literally a mental construct of fear. It's an illusion. Yes, the pain is there. What happened to you is there. But it happened. It happened already. And if your mind is it's kind of leading you to the same thing, you gotta fucking go back in time and fix it. You can find the resolution for yourself. So this is why if we learn to heal ourselves, we can shift so many things in the world at large. And that is how you can time travel. And I was just and I'm so happy right now because I was so frustrated in the beginning because that I went blank and I had to like relax and I had to talk about judgment and everything. And everything came full circle right now because they were showing me all these things and I'm like, yeah, I already talked about that. Why you keep showing me that? And now I'm like, oh my God, that's what you were talking about. So they're saying, like, they were showing me the energy of the collective, and they were showing me the energy of the collective of the people that are watching. And so, and I was like, okay, you know, and now it's telling me, of course, like, yeah, we can time travel for ourselves when we understand that we are energy and we can take our energy back to certain points in time and find resolution. Find resolution. Find resolution with whatever hurt you. And by finding resolution with whatever hurt you is by learning how to come from a place of love, not by killing the person that hurt you or by doing some other stuff that we would normally do. No, it's by like really digging into the reason and the kindness of why this happened to you. So, and then that's how you can shift. Okay, I'm gonna read the chat. Sorry, whoa, all this, like, it's exactly everything I wanted to say, and it was like a burst of information, and it's just like, it's almost like I have to learn how to trust more. Because they're like, hello. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, oh my God, you guys wrote so much. I can't keep up. Okay, Chris Jones. Okay, scientist. Okay, hold on. Depth, understand. Because too many variables. Okay, Peter, when can you take a look at the Soma quantum ocean? I don't know about that yet, sweetheart. But I have to learn. So the way that it works, the way that we work, and then psychic mediums. We are like little computers. We really are. So books are templates. So like I don't really read books that much anymore. If I have to read a book, they will tell me, read this book. But it's almost like I can see the book and I already know what's inside. And then in some books, like I could read a little bit and then it's like this, my spirit just goes and tells me kind of everything what the book talked about. And it's like, okay, you're done. So it's really weird. But anyway, so like we have templates. So what I would have to do is I would have to learn a little bit about the Soma quantum ocean. And then whatever I learn, my spirit is going to give me like more visions and more things and So I'll put it out there into the universe, and if if it comes across as like, talk about this, then I'll let you know, okay? The placebo effect is real and still unexplained. Healing can come from within. You want to know something? Hearing the word placebo makes me sad. Hearing the word placebo makes me sad. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace to what is to what's really happening. It's like, oh, placebo, oh, placebo, it's like a placebo effect. No, bitch, that's your creator effect. That is not no placebo. That is the creator effect, because you're the creator. You can do anything. You can heal, you can transform, you can fly. You can do whatever you want. So yeah, and this is not and Rudy, this is not on you, honey. I'm just talking about in general. There are some things that you're like, oh my God, That is a disgrace. The placebo. Anyway, guys, that was just end of rant. Okay. Yes, everything comes from within. Everything comes from within. You're the creator. You can do anything. You can literally do anything. Except change your eyes. I asked. But you know what my higher self told me? She's like, listen, I chose you for a reason. I chose your eyes for a reason. However, this is how, my eyes look. And she said, humans comes with limitations, but here's the next best thing. And then she's like, buy this. And then now I actually like to put them on and put them off, because I feel like I'm these two different persons that are merging, and it's so cool. So, but yeah, I had to get over the wah wah wah. Okay, it's almost unlearning things you thought were real. Yeah, absolutely. You have to. It's literally. Oh my God! Thank you for saying that, John. It's literally finding out that Santa Claus is not real, but God is real. God and the universe and the aliens are real, right? It's the same story, but the other way. That is some awesome shit, let me tell you. That's some awesome shit. That's so really cool. And that's the way that the world works now. Before, I used to be so mad because it's confusing. No, it's paradoxes. It's paradoxes. That's the paradox, and that's the beauty of it. Of course it's going to be like that. This is why God always surprises you, because of the paradoxes of the universe. It's beautiful. The dimensions are also paradoxes as well. Okay. Rudy, I agree, John. We are programmed from kids to shuttle the wrong thought off. Yeah. Bro. The level of programming. The level of, well, it's just, it had to be that way though. But the level of mind control is out of this world. It is out of this world. It's from other people, from other aliens. All right. And humans, and us, and our trauma. So, like, the level of mind control comes in layers as well. Everything's in layers. Okay, anything else I want to say? So, hold on. So, you guys, I said some amazing info. Okay, so now I have to talk about parallel dimensions. Parallel dimensions. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Parallel dimensions, everything works in cycles. Everything works in cycles. Everything works in cycles, and everything works in vibration. Guys, if you're enjoying this, give me a thumbs up. You could also give me a thumbs down, I hope not. But that still works, so thank you. Telling you, I gotta deal with the good and the bad. So everything works in cycles. Thank you. Yeah, but like my video too, though. Those thumbs up. My bad. Those are the kind of thumbs up I want. The ones on my videos. And share it too, Like if you think that people, oh haha, yeah, I know. I'm having a really good time with you guys today because I feel like it's a light subject for all the crap I've been learning. It's a light subject. Hold on, I wanna look into the conditioning with behaviors that don't serve us. Yeah, of course. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm caught up. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm having such a beautiful time. Oh my God, John, thank you so much, honey. Thank you. Um, all right, so this is a little bit, this is gonna be, I'm gonna do my best to explain this because I see it in my head, but it's, it's beyond words, these things. So the way that parallel dimensions work, they work in different ways. At least what I've learned, they work in like two ways. Maybe it's the same in some other perspective, but I see it like in another way. So the way that they work is everything is in cycles. Everything is the world, the universe is a spiral. It's a spiral, just like we are a spiral of DNA, right? But our universe is also a spiral. So the way that energy, oh, okay, beautiful. So what they're presenting to me is that, because they're like, you're gonna confuse people because they're different spirals, right? So let's be honest. The spiral of the Milky Way is a flat spiral, right? The spiral of what's it called? Of DNA is a 3D spiral, right? So you're like, there are two different kinds of spirals. What they're telling me to tell you is that they want you to chop the DNA. If you chop the DNA, it becomes a flat spiral. So the galaxy is like a flat spiral of like a DNA strand kind of thing. So, of a fractal. So now it makes a little more sense, right? One way is 3D, the other way is flat, but it's the same thing. So what they're telling me is that energy expands from one point, and it goes out, right? So that's why you see those droplets of water, and that's literal energy just going out, right? That makes more sense. Yay! I know you guys are getting it. So that is how energy moves. That is how energy moves. So it's literally, I want you to like take a look. Okay, take a look at the background here. See that there's a lot of stuff going on here, right? So the way that they're presenting it, and so you guys can have a better imagination of what it looks like. Imagine like energy emitting out from this plant, and then energy emitting out from the next plant. This like woo, like that, and that's what it looks like. And everything is emitting out energy. This is emitting out energy. My earrings are, it's like, so think about it like different droplets. You see, and then mine, and then the table has its own. This is why I consider myself to be a psychic medium. And that's why there are psychic mediums. Because we can understand that, we can understand that everything is emitting out an energy. And when you guys take shrooms, you're able to get a little grasp of that. Yeah. Right. Me too. Me too. I just get a little lot. So so that's what they're telling me to tell you, right? So everything, the energy omits out. Everything omits out. So within that omitting, within those layers, right? Within that spiral, whoop, whoop, right? There's information. Yay. You getting it? Within that spiral, there's information. So when my energy omits out, yep, that's pretty much it. Within that energy field of everything, there's information, and that information is your memories and the past, the present, the future, all that stuff. This is your energy, and this is part of your chakras. They all have chakras. Everything has chakras. I want to say everything has chakras. Everything has chakras. I know they have chakras. Insects have chakras. We have chakras. So there's information in that, and it's about your lessons. It's about who you are. It's information. Your chakras are information too, information energy points. So what they're saying is that so you have a certain lesson. You have to go through something. Hasn't it ever happened to you? This has happened to me quite a few times. Deja vus. Deja vu is you entering. It's like this. It's like a. Ooh. Deja vu is like it's like an eclipse of energy and information. Because you're like, oh, I did this before. That's because you did. And then it goes like this, oh. And you keep going with your life. Because there are certain things and certain lessons and certain times and spaces where you've been and done those things before in a different way. Whoop. In a slightly different way, or or maybe the exact same way, depending on your lesson. And you have felt that. You feel that when you have deja vu. There's been times that I do things and I'm like, I've done this already like 5 times before. Yeah, I'm like, I've done this already like 5 times before. Because I literally feel like I have. And I'm pretty sure I have. So that's one way that I see parallel dimensions. Yeah. And then also that I mean, that happens too with things in your life, with events in your life. So many people. That's also okay. That's why we repeat patterns. Repeating a pattern is another form of a parallel dimension because it's happening again, in a slightly different way, but it's happening again. That and I'm seeing that right now. They're showing me is that happens in relationships. Any form of cycle is a form of parallel dimension because it's happening again. And what they want me to tell you is don't be so angry if it continues to happen again. If you're not doing anything about it, then yeah, you should be angry. That's pretty normal. But if you're doing something about it, that's also a way of people getting frustrated. Like, oh, I keep dating the same jerk all over again. What they're saying is that don't beat yourself up for that if you're actually doing the work to get out of that pattern. Because what happens with patterns and parallel dimensions and cycles and things like that is that it's a wave. It's a wave. So within that wave, it's like it was very strong in this wave. Well, in this wave, it's not that strong. And then in this wave, it's not that strong anymore until it dissipates. So you're probably going to have to repeat the lesson until you no longer feel anything for that. And you can completely shift into the new pattern. So while you're letting go of an old pattern, you're shifting into a new pattern. But what happens is that within the new relationship that you're trying to build a new healthy pattern with, the wave is going to come back. And it's going to go and it's going to create the same thing, the same level of friction. So now the universe gives you a chance on how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to have the same reaction? It's testing you. It's testing your growth. So are you going to have the same reaction? And no matter what, you're always going to grow something. But you want to grow a lot. Because some people are like, so it's going to test your growth. So depending on how high you jump within that growth and what you feel, what you've learned from that, then the wave dissipates and you enter into a new pattern. So that's what they're saying. Also, like, that's another form of parallel dimension as well. When the same things keep happening. And also, they're saying this happens to your friends. This is why you have friends that have the same problems that you do. Because now it becomes this vibrational match for people. And that's why we are created into groups of people. And then you see people go through the same and act the same way as you do. And that is another form of parallel dimension. Parallel dimensions are different possibilities of the same thing. That's what they want you to know. This also happens in dreams. But I'll get into that in a second, because this is to help you understand humanity and how we're all the same. And how everybody goes through the same things, especially if the people that you're vibrating with. And those are dimensions, and through other people, by seeing people without judgment and seeing them as yourself, you can learn to help yourself. Because you can see their patterns, and then you can see how you're gonna react, right? How am I gonna be better? Because I'm kind of going through the same situation, but how am I? And not better than them. Let me correct that. Just better for yourself. Like, okay, this is happening to this person. Well, how can I be better for myself? Okay? Because nobody is going through the exact same thing, because we don't live the exact same lives. So please make note of that, okay? Also, let go of the idea of being better. It's levels. You're not gonna tell a first grader that you're better if you're in fourth grade. First grader is a completely different consciousness. You don't do that, right? So, okay, so that's one type of parallel dimension. Parallel dimension. Oh, okay, another parallel dimension is, well, it's just people living the same life as you. Those are the different possibilities. I literally just said that. Yeah. It's just coming up again, so. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the dream parallel dimensions. The dream parallel dimension is, it really depends on your spirit. Whatever your spirit wants to show you. But the beautiful part about parallel dimensions is that it shows you in dreams that you are everything, and everything is you. Different parts of you have different personalities. So the idea, okay, let's get to it. The idea of having multiple personalities is very true. It's very true. The more you awaken, the more you realize that you have different concepts of yourself. Because everything is within you. All the dimensions are within you. So we all literally have different personalities. You're not the same that you are with your mom, that you are with yourself, or that you are with your girlfriend. You're not the same. You're not the same. You have the same name. You may act a little the same, but you're not the same. You're gonna have different boundaries. You're gonna joke about different things. So, so those are different possibilities and different parallel dimensions. And in dreams, ASMR sensation, is that like triggering super early memories? I'll get to that in a second. I'm almost done, so thank you guys. If you act the same way, they call you names. If you act different, they call you names. If you do this, it's all the same, honey. It's all the same. That's why you gotta be yourself. You're always gonna be judged, no matter what. No matter what. Because that's just the human. And it's okay. We have to be okay with judgment. I'm not saying that it's okay to keep doing it. I'm saying that we have to accept it as the human condition. And it has nothing to do with you. Anyway, so within dreams, okay, so what I have a very good friend, and she's watching right now. I need to see a new pattern with this, but I mean, it's still the same thing in dreams. You access different points of yourself, the different personalities of yourself, and we're all trying to configure ourselves together. So it's a lot of wind. And then my beautiful friend Charlene, she is, okay, so I need to talk about her for a second, because I need to talk about this person for a second, because she is like many people. She's like many people. She is an alien stuck in a human body, and she knows it. Okay, I am an alien stuck in a human body, and I know it, right? That's part of the awakening. But what happens is that there are some people that are not quite integrated into their bodies, so they feel so strange with themselves or with reality, you know. So one thing that my good friend Charlene told me is that she in her dreams she has a concept very much like when she goes to sleep. She has a concept very much like Inception. She can completely access her dreams in lucid, and she can do whatever she wants in them. You know, she can go to, she has an apartment in Miami, and she has apartments in other places in her dreams where she can take vacations. And it's so much so to the point that she doesn't really care about this reality anymore. She cares about her sleep so she can go back to her reality in her dreams. And so this is not like a super high condition. I'm sure it's not that, you know, she's having a terrible time in life. But when you access these other dimensional spaces, this can happen. And what I noticed for her as a psychic medium, what I noticed for her was that it's just her alien self is still not happily integrated into this planet because of the shit that is going on here, honestly. This is why this happens to a lot of empaths. This happens to, when I hear people, I can see that they're struggling with their humanity and feeling safe. We all feel safe. We all have a very big problem with that. So, and this is not to exaggerate that Charlene hates being awake and hates the world. That's not what this has nothing to do with that. It's more like to help you guys understand that when you get access to this, it's like sometimes when people meditate so much, like the monks. They're a great example. The monks are mostly in meditation and they're somewhere else, right? But what happens is that is their journey. And we are missing out a lot on this dimension. And so sometimes your spirit needs to show you, though, as a way of coping. And then sometimes your spirit just, for the most part, your spirit shows you is dreams. And those are very subtle ways to wake you guys up, to help you understand that that we are infinite. Okay. I'm having memories from the film Interstellar. Oh, cool. Yeah, Interstellar. Oh, great. I'm so glad, Charlene. You see, she's Rudy's wife, girlfriend. I'm not sure, but his wife. That's her. And so yeah, they've been interacting with us this whole time. So thank you so much, guys. Love you guys. We have to go to Ginny Springs, okay? Yeah, so Interstellar is a really, really great movie to watch that explains it. Interstellar is one of the best movies that explains how dimensions work and how time works. And it's so beautiful. So when you're like in another dimension, yeah. Yo, Interstellar is it. Interstellar is it. It. But you know what? You know what's funny? I didn't think of Interstellar not once this time. I did it all purely from whatever they're showing me and whatever I've learned. So that's kind of cool. You know, if it made you think of Interstellar, that's really good. That means I'm doing a good job. Because you want to match that. And I saw Interstellar, like, you have to see it, honestly, more than once. Because the first time I was like, you know, I was like, shit, this is a lot to handle. But it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, I think my presentation is done as far as time traveling, parallel dimensions. Oh, okay. So I have a question, or you guys have a question. So can you go? So the question that I'm hearing in my mind is, can you? So what about, or can you go back to another life? Can you go to another life? Yes, you can. And that is the other parallel dimension. Yeah, you can go to another life. But however, your spirit, for the most part, doesn't want to give you these details unless you work for it. You see, Charlene, she goes to another life in her dreams. You see, so also what I want to mention about Charlene is that she's so good at what she does in her spirit, like, and in her dreams. She's so good that she's been given that access, because that's an access. Because she, it's funny, but not funny. I don't know. It's interesting because you would think you would do the inner work here, right? She kind of does the inner work, or the internal work, in her dreams. So the reason why she's so skilled is because she's been doing that. And and they give her access. So if you want to go into other lifetimes, if you want to go into other dimensions and everything, you have to work for it. You have to work for it. You have to do the meditation. You have to do healing. You have to learn to not be afraid. Learn to let yourself go. And all those things take years of practice. But another thing I have to mention, I wanted those things, and now I'm getting access to those things slowly but surely. However, that is not my ultimate goal. That's just something that I just put out there in the universe. I'm like, listen, I really want to know how this shit works. I really want to know how the universe works. I mean, I named my company after the universe. Come on. So I really want to know how all that stuff works. And I really hope that you can show me. And that's it. I was just like, show me. And I just let it ride. It's so, because some people get fanatic with it. No, it will go up and down, but they come to you. These things come to you. Okay, so everybody has special powers to unlock. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. We have special powers, but it's like the way that I see it is kind of like okay, you have these special powers and then these special powers, but at the end of the day, we are all gonna rise and awake to kind of the same powers. Like, some may be stronger than others, but at the end, we all rise to clairvoyance. We all rise to seeing visions, because that's just who we are. Like, oh my God. Okay, so let's talk some real shit. Like, in other planets, they don't have war because they don't have secrets. In other planets, they don't have war because they don't have secrets. Because they all are connected to the web, to that mental web, which means it's connected to their hearts, and then their government is a government that listens to the people because it can hear everybody's thoughts. It can hear everybody's thoughts. And so what the government does is it just regulates according to the vibration and the shift of how the people are feeling and what their needs are. And those are in the upper dimensions, people. That is some sick shit. Kind of like Charles Xavier in X-Men. I don't know Charles Xavier. Sorry. I don't know him. Guys, I've had so much fun hanging out with you guys. Okay, so any more questions? Anything you want? You guys have been so, I mean, how much more can I ask? You guys have been interacting with me the whole time, and it's been so much fun. He can connect to all the mutants all over the world with his mind. But that's who we are. Yeah, that's who we are. On a deeper level, that's who we are. On a deeper level, that's who we are. And that's what all these other planets are like in many ways. Slightly different ways, you know, but they're like that in many ways. And that's, you know, that's where we're trying to head. Yay! All right, so before I let you guys go, okay, yeah. So the next video, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a deep conversations. To be honest, I think it's gonna be a shorter video because deep conversations are conversations, right? I'm having all this amazing interaction with you guys and fucking going deep. So the next video, I believe it might be a live. I'm still deciding, and it's gonna be on how to prepare for what is to come. I'm getting more and more advice, and I'm getting more and more visions of how to prepare. And what I have in mind is extremely important. That's all I keep hearing. That's all I keep hearing. Extremely important. Extremely important. Extremely important. Like, it's extremely important. Before, I wasn't getting the visions. I just kind of, I knew it was like in the air. Now I'm getting like the do this, this is what you're gonna do, you know? And we can get through this, you know, but I still have to prepare you guys mentally, especially mentally and physically, for the changes that are gonna happen. So tune in. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it not on Monday, but I'm gonna do it on Tuesday. There you go. Tuesday came in. So I'll be tuning in on Tuesday. I'll make an announcement. And I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. I really want to keep it 30 minutes, guys. So yeah, okay. So I hope so. I don't want to scare you. I just want to prepare you. I want to stop talking like nothing is happening, because now I understand that shit's gonna go down. Okay. So and there's a lot of denial in the air. I can see it in everybody. I can see it in people. I try to keep my mind open, and I was like, now they're like, okay, start telling them this, start telling them that. So everything shall pass. However, you guys are my beautiful and dear audience and people, which means that you're vibrating pretty much on my level like this, you know, if not already on my level, and if not even higher, you know. My point is the vibration, okay? So and so I need to fucking, you know, share this information with you guys. So I love you, and I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. And then I'll tell you guys, probably it'll be around 11 a.m. as well. It'll be Tuesday, 11 a.m. Yep, that's the time they want. Okay, love you all. Fucking love you. Mwah. Oh, don't forget to give me a like if you like this, and share it with whoever you think will enjoy it. Mwah.